Hey, what's up, everybody? I just wanted to hop on. Let's call this little Mad Mike right here. When I saw that Monday Night Football game, let me tell you something. Mad Mike would be perfect because I was absolutely mad after watching what the Dallas Cowboys did and how they did not show up. And I told you last week I thought one of the best wins of the week were the Philadelphia Eagles. They went through some things that they needed to go through to prove that they were not the same team they were the year before. And that week one win, I had them right up there. But week two is another thing. And week two started out, it started out great for me. I watched Miami whoop butt. And then I watched my boy Dion come through. He won. And I said, okay, well, Dallas has got to do it. And then, of course, we know what happened with Dallas. It wasn't just a loss. It was a whoop your ass right in front of your mama because it was at home. And that was the whole thing. And everybody, and even today on my other show, they were talking about clearly Philadelphia. Clearly Philadelphia. So it's one thing when you lose, and then it's another the next day, all everybody's talking about is Philadelphia. And I understand it. I was talking about the Eagles too. But, y'all saw that game. Y'all saw that game. And as bad as I feel about the Dallas Cowboys losing, Mortimer, we're back. I mean, it's just we're back there right there again. 1-1. I know Dallas got the Ravens coming up, and they'll address that, but I'm not even going to get into that right now. Let's just get to what happened tonight with that Monday Night Football game. As you know, Atlanta won that Monday Night Football game, and I'm so happy Atlanta won because it's going to be a lot of talk tomorrow on TV. It would have been, everybody would have just kept revisiting the Cowboys loss and kept asking how far is Philly ahead of Dallas. Now, that thing just levels off like a good cake, just levels off, and we'll be addressing it. I'm going to tell you what I did recognize, though. First of all, I love the Slim Reaper and Devontae Smith. The kid just makes some great plays for Philadelphia, and he did again tonight. Saquon Barkley did well, 95 yards rushing. And for a moment, I thought, wow, this team looks like it's unstoppable. But then they stalled. Offensively, they stalled. And they couldn't move the ball up and down the field like they needed to, even though Saquon looked good. Dude, I came to this conclusion early in this game, and I mean, it just should be apropos, that it's a different team without A.J. Brown. Without that dude that my old buddy Skip Bayless used to call 11 from heaven. You know what I'm saying? That's a different team right there without A.J. Brown. Now, A.J. Brown will come back, and I think Philadelphia will be fine. But that loss tonight, that's going to hurt because they had that game won. And Saquon Barkley had rushed the ball well. And you remember early on in his career, they were talking about his hands. He had made a catch, caught a touchdown, and everything. But 3rd and 3 with the game on the line, he could have put the game away. Jalen Hurts hits him right in the hands. Easy first down if he catches it. And if he does some Saquon Barkley stuff, he may even score a touchdown. And he dropped it. And Kirk Cousins came on the scene and marched that thing right down the field on Monday night. Kirk Cousins, who everybody says don't show up in prime time. The same Kirk Cousins, when I picked him as a possible MVP a couple years ago, everybody laughed at me, wanted to laugh me out of here, even though he did have a very good year that year. And he was in the race for MVP late in the year. You really should have said Mike was right again, because Mike's always right, but that's okay. I let it go. But Kirk Cousins tonight, he let it go. He marched right down the field. Great hits. And I'm going to tell you something. When we talk about Atlanta, I told y'all when they got Kirk Cousins that that's going to be a stick. I guarantee you. That team, now they got a hell of a schedule coming up. But that team is going to be a good team, if not a great team. And I say certainly a contender. And I'm probably, I'm with what I saw tonight, I see inklings of a Super Bowl in that team, just some inklings of it. Because you talk about Drake London, everybody still talking about Kyle Pitts, one of the best athletic tight ends coming out of the draft. Drake London is a beast. But that kid Mooney they got over there, he went off tonight. And he's a problem. They got a problem over there, man. The way they constructed that team, they got some young go-getters at the skill position and with Kirk Cousins. And let me talk about Kirk Cousins too, because Kirk did that after game interview. And you know what I thought? Kirk looks like a cool dude now. Kirk used to look like the most uncool mug bug I've ever seen. But now all of a sudden, I don't know, that since Justin Jefferson started putting all the gold rope on his neck and all of that stuff, and he was being brother-tized by them brothers in Minnesota, he just stand out there like a cool brother now, man. And when he did that post-game interview, he sound like somebody. Yeah, Lisa, we're going to, no doubt, Lisa. We know, Lisa, we got to put it together, Lisa. Once we put it together, Lisa, he just looks like a leader. I said, man, I know we don't have Tom Brady and Peyton Manning anymore, but Kirk Cousins looks like them. That's what he looks like, and he got some weapons. I'm telling y'all, don't give up on Atlanta. I know Tampa looks good, and that NFC South is going to be a lot better than everybody think. But, man, we're going to talk about this all day tomorrow, and I can't wait. One other thing before I let you go, I want to say this, too. They ruined that boy. That dude, they ruined him. We talk about it all the time. They ruined that quarterback. That young man, when I saw that young man play at Alabama, he was a beast. When I saw what he did to Miami, my school, I flipped the coin right there, heads or tails coin, right at halftime. Then I stood on the sideline, and he ripped us a new ass. And now they want to bench him in Carolina. You've had horrific coaching. You got the worst damn roster in the National Football League. I don't even think you can beat every college team. And now you want to put it all on that man and you bench him. I'm just saying, I guarantee you, I know he wasn't playing great, but he's not playing great because you're not giving him the confidence. You're not giving him what he needs to succeed. It's a shame to see. It's a shame to see because I venture to say Bryce, he certainly would never start in Carolina again. I mean, what do? If Andy Dalton gets in and wins 2-3 games, you got a Zach Morrison, a Zach Wilson situation on your hand like they had in New York. I know it's only Carolina, but it's going to be tough. I feel for that young man. Hopefully, he can get out of there and go find a place, get some real coaches around him, and get him an opportunity. And maybe I'll see that kid that I saw rip a new ass to my Miami Hurricanes, because that was a bad kid. That was a bad boy on the football field. They have taken the bad right out of that poor boy. See you next time.